Hello, everybody, and welcome to Clumsy Clairvoyance. Thank you for being here. I just realized, like, the time it said I was supposed to be in here, I'm, like, super late, huh? 12:05? My bad. I wonder why it was set for that. I feel like I didn't set it for that. It's, like, not a normal time I would set it for. Anywho, you guys, welcome. Thank you for being patient. And welcome to Clumsy Clairvoyance. If this is your first time here, welcome. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. I do appreciate you. And would y'all do me a favor and give me a thumbs up, a like on this video, and sub up if you're not. We were almost at 500 yesterday. Me and Melissa got our hopes up. We thought I finally hit that 500, and then YouTube stripped us of 5 more or something like that over the morning. So please consider subbing if you have not. I would really, really appreciate it. So, having said that, this is how the readings work, y'all, just in case you don't know or need a refresher. So anyone that sends in a tip or donation will they will get priority. Okay, they'll get to cut the line, so to speak. And after tips and donations, sometimes in between them, if you're someone who would like a card, or we do oracle cards too sometimes at the end. If you'd like a card or have a certain question, just let me know in the chat. But just remember to be patient, okay? So having said that, let me see who's in here. And again, I apologize. Thank y'all for being so patient. Did you unsub because I was late, Darth? Tell me the truth. All right, so I am moving backwards, so let me start at the top. I do see the lovely Kay. Welcome. Nessa, Darth, welcome. Kate, Cake, how are you? Rick's Clicks, to Helen. Good to see y'all. And how are you, Melanie? Lovely Kay. Good to see you. There's too many. I'm surrounded by Melanies and Melissas. And Melissas that I think are Melanies, and Melanies that I think are Melissas. I'm just kidding. But okay, let's see. Like number 6. Whoop whoop. All right, so I donated for 3, 6, and 3. For 3, 6, and 3 cards individually. Hold on, so I donated for 3, 6, and 3 cards. Hold on, I think I know what you mean. I think I got it. Yep, I got it. So 3 cards, 6 cards, and then 3 cards, right? I think I got you. I got you. Okay, so number 1, is there potential for M, Pisces, and I for a relationship? Ooh, I don't know. Have I heard of N or M yet? A Pisces, nice. All right, now so let's see what's going on. All right, spirit, angels, and guides, please come through for Nessa. Nessa would like to know, is there potential with M, the Pisces, for a relationship? Nessa would like to know, is there potential with this Pisces? M. Is there potential with the Pisces? You guys Nessa. Is there potential with the Pisces? Potential relationship with the Pisces spirit. Okay. And one more. All right. So we start with the 3 of Wands. And then we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And we got the Queen of Swords in reverse. So here's the deal. There's actually potential here. However, hold on, let me move this. However, it's like you get bored easily. This person kind of bores you a little bit. However, though, if it's just like you want to keep it casual, I would say, yeah, there's potential there. But there's just this kind of boredom feeling with that Queen of Swords reverse. Also, the Four of Pentacles reverse indicates this person could be a little bit cheap. I hate to say that word, but that's what's coming to me. So there you go. But there's a physical attraction there. However, it just seems like over time you might get a little bit of bored of this person. All right. So there's that one. And let me read the next one. Em and I are meeting next week. Can I ask how the meetup will go, especially from his point of view? Okay, gotcha. Let's see. All right, Spirit. Vanessa would like to know about the meetup between Vanessa and M. How's it going to go, especially from M's point of view? All right. All right, I think we need one more. Okay, so we start off with the Tower in reverse. Then we got the Two of Swords. Then we have the Empress. Then we have Death. The Knight of Wands in reverse. And the Three of Wands in reverse. So the attraction is there with this person. Like physically, they're gonna think you're attractive. However, there's something else going on here. It's almost as if they feel like you're distracted. Oh, let me remember this. Yeah, it kind of feels as though they're feeling like you're distracted, or perhaps they're feeling distracted, okay? How are they feeling towards you, like their point of view? I feel like it's you and another like chick that's almost in competition. I hate to say this. I don't want to go there, but I'm vibing that. And then we got the Three twice. There's the Two of Swords. So I kind of feel like there's two people competing for his attention. I am curious if this guy's really good looking. But how's it gonna go? It's gonna go okay. It's gonna go okay. However, I feel like this person's still chasing something, and I don't mean like they're a player. I mean, they could be, but it's not the vibe I'm getting. It's almost like they're not. Maybe they're just not ready for a relationship yet. That could totally be it. I think they might just want to date around. All right. So there you go on that one. And thank you again for your kind donations / tip. I appreciate you. And number 3, M's intentions with me. You got it. All right, Spirit, please come through again for Nessa. Nessa would like to know M's intentions. That's a good question, though. What are the intentions of M towards Nessa? Okay. Anything else? Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. Okay, I think that, are you a rebound, or is this person a rebound? I finally caught what's going on here. This is rebound energy. And then the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the intentions really feel like rebound energy. I gotta be honest, because we have like working hard to get your attention. Then we have something like the Three of Swords in reverse. Then we have anxiety. So I'm going to say it. I feel as though the intentions almost feel like rebound energy. If they're not rebound energy, I feel as though they're not ready for a relationship quite yet. That could totally change, right? We all have our free will and, of course, life, which is chance and making our own choices. However, I feel as though they're just not quite ready yet, okay? But if you want to keep it casual, I feel like it's more than fine. All right? So there you go, Nessa. And thank you for waiting. Aw. Aw, did it really, Melanie? Aw. I know, I saw we. Okay, hold on. Let me look for. I love this. Grounds, grounds, grounds for the subscribe grounds. You know what? Don't even go there. Gotcha. Okay. And you're very welcome, Lovey. Yes. But you've had a few different people coming, kind of in your vicinity or kind of coming through, you know what I mean, flowing through. So, and we're at what? We're almost at the end of January. So I'd wait it out a little bit, just kind of see how it goes. But if you want to go on the date and you're cool with keeping it casual, and I could be wrong, okay? Always remember that. Your tarot reader can be wrong. Any tarot reader who tells you that they're never wrong ever is ridiculous, okay? Just FYI. You're like, that's a horrible service announcement for your profession. But I'm just saying, it does happen sometimes, okay? But I mean, if you want to give it a chance, go ahead and do it, of course. But this is just how I'm vibing, what I'm seeing, how I'm feeling it right now. It just feels like they just don't want something serious right now. But again, like I said, it could change. Aw, is she really, Melanie? How old is she? If you don't mind me asking, and what's her name? Aw, I'm so sorry. Right, my cool. Who was it? Were you here the other night, Melissa? Was it Jujubee who said like her mom had a tree just like that or something? Was it her? 91, Melanie. Wow. Wow. She probably has so many fantastic stories. You know what? Before she, passes, it'd be so cool to just sit down with her with a notepad and a pen and just ask her about a whole bunch of stories that just random things that you've never asked her before, just to get the answers. Aw, of course it's so sad. Of course it is. We're here for you. Big hugs. Aw. Yeah, guys, hold on. I'm going through this real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, I understand that. I went through that with my dad. So I totally get that. You just yeah, I totally get it. So big love and hugs to you, Melanie. Do you know what? Let's pull you a card. Let's distract you real quick, okay? Just for a moment. Let's give you a reading. Do you have a certain question, Melanie, or you just want me to give you a general? And Beverly C, I have not seen you in a while. Look, Darth, she got her tarot deck. Yay! Did you like it? Yay! I know I try to send extras. Like I try I try to send little extra bits and stuff and take care of my peeps. I'm so glad you received it though. Yay! Thumbs up. I think so, Darth. Actually, I think you're right. The one that was like the holographic one. That's the one you're talking about, right? Oh, don't even go there. Just hushy. Hold on, I'm gonna pull you. I really like this deck. It's a really huge deck. That's what she said. But this is the Oracle deck. I'm gonna pull you one out of here, okay? All right. It's called Whispers of the Ocean. All right. So, Spirit Angels and Guides, please come through for Melanie. Please come through for Melanie. Spirit Angels and Guides. Please come through for Melanie. Messages for Melanie right now. All right. So you can see that. You got the card of the sea turtle, and the sea turtle is on the back too. I think this might be card number 1. Okay, it is card number 1. Whoop whoop, I was right. Okay, so Melanie, you got the card of resilience. There is no need to rush or push. This is the time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening now. So, there you go, my little dear. There's your little oracle message. And I'm going to pull you a tarot card too, just for anything extra. Spirit, angels, and guides, any messages for Melanie right now? Messages for Melanie right now. You know what? Have you been really close to your grandmother your whole life or something like that? Because I mean, I feel like this is woo, it feels heavy. Okay, so we have this the 8 of Swords, and then we also have the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so I feel as though the message here is don't and it's so easy, right? Stop worrying. Don't, but I feel as though that there is like almost an anxiety around what's going on around you right now. And the message is to not to detach from the situation, perhaps, but to try to stay closer to it because I really feel like there's there's this real tugging at me, and like in my heart right now. Oh, I feel like I want to cry. Whew, that rarely happens. Okay, so, but all right, yeah, I feel like you don't have to run away from the situation, is what I'm hearing. But yeah, you have such a special bond, or there's some connection with your grandma that's really really special. Um, but yeah, there you go, my dear. The message is don't stay like inside with worry. Okay, that instead of, like I said, detaching yourself from the situation, I would actually do the opposite right now. All right, so there you go, my dear. You're hilarious. That was fantastic. Good job. Yep, that's big. Oh, please. Yep, that every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I had to do it. I had to do it. Oh, oh, whew. I feel so much lighter. Darn. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And yes, go ahead by all means, Melanie. Okay, I'm so glad you got the cards. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, they're like holographic cards. Yep. What's up, John D? Good to see you. Um, I feel like I was gonna tell you something, Melissa. What was it? By the way, you guys, if you aren't subbed up to Melissa, sub up to her channel. She did a really adorable advent calendar, and everybody really loves her pics. Experts are always talking about it, but no, she's fun, and her stuff is very cute. I love it. So, Melissa, put your link in the chat, please. If unless Darth can grab it, but sub up to Melissa, y'all. And if any of you guys have a, you know what, this is shameless self promotion. If y'all have a channel, you want some subs to, go ahead and throw it in the chat right now, okay? And everyone can sub to everybody. It sounds so dirty, huh? I'm like, everyone's subbing to everybody. But no, go ahead. Did I? I'm a mess. You know, it's so weird because like my long term memory is fantastic, but short term memory, like you can't ask me what happened 5 seconds ago, but like of before I was born, I could probably give you in detail what my toenails look like. It's so odd. It's random. Bad short term memory. And you're good, Rick. How are you? Ed, John D, what's up? Whoop whoop. Good to see you. All right, so while I'm on Melissa, and do her reading, and our other girls. So Spirit Angels and Guides, please come through for my Melissa. Go sub to my Melissa. All right, Spirit Angels and Guides. What is going on with Melissa this week? What's the rest of the week looking like for Melissa? I guess it's the beginning of the week still, huh? Anything else? So we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon, and then we have Judgment in reverse. Okay. So there's like some nervousness around, I don't know if it's work, if it's home. I feel like you just feel a little bit unbalanced, honestly, whether it's at work or at home, one of the two. However, I feel as though you're a photographer, right, Melissa? If I'm not mistaken. It could be something to where it's like there's projects that you need to get done or finish out that you haven't been able to do. And I almost feel as though the message here is there's some that you just might not be able to do or something like that. Or there's some time frame you can't get to. Like there's some type of condition that you're simply just not going to be able to get to in one of these instances, okay? And the message here is you got to accept it and then move on to the ones you can do it for, okay? You probably have a hard time doing that. I'm assuming that you probably are perfectionists and that you complete every task perfectly and whatnot. But I feel as though something's going on this week that's like you just can't get to everything at once. So there you go, my dear, for you. And now we're going to switch it up. I'm going to do Miami Fight. Or I almost said Miami Vice. Clip it, Miami Vice. This is your reading. Oh shit. That's so funny. That was great. Miami Vice. Oh, she's gonna be like, what? Thanks a lot, Clumsy. I'm just kidding. All right. So, Miami Vice. I crack myself up, I tell you. All right. So your angels and guides, please come through for Miami Spice with us. I'm reading for Miami Spice, please. What is going on for Miami the next few days? Messages for Miami Spice. Anything else? All right, let's see what we got. Ooh. Okay, so Miami, I feel like you're doing a lot of like creative things, like little projects, and you're really like excelling. You're really shining. You're having fun doing it, and it's so cute. Like I just see like just going off doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're creating right now, it's very positive. It's good, and it's you're planting the seeds that will grow in the future. So keep it up. And now for text gens. Spirit angels and guides, please come through for text gen. Angels and guides, please come through for text gen. Messages for text gen. All right. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Star in reverse, then we have the Tower. I almost feel like, because there's some energy healing even from this last week, okay, text gen, but are you trying to escape something right now? Are you trying to escape your house, your environment, an ex, a partner, a relationship, a person, a job? I feel like you're trying to avoid it or escape it, okay? The Tower says you got to let it crumble. You got to let it fall. And if it's salvageable, you could use that for foundation. If not, then you just let it burn and then start again. All right. But I feel like you're trying to avoid something with home or work. Like there's just something you've been putting off. And you can't avoid it too much longer, is what I'm hearing, or that it's not going to go away, type thing. All right, my lovey. So there you go. Oh, and real quick, I don't know if Two Helen's in here, but she was in here really early, and I'm gonna pull her a card or two because she was in here really early and was falling asleep. But she reached out to me earlier. Just give me the guys. Can I also have a card or two for Two Helen? Two Helen, you have the Two of Cups. Then we have the Five of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so for Two Helen, have you recently gone through a really bad breakup or been separated from a really close friend? It could be even a family member, perhaps, but usually this is a close bond, as in friendship, or a love interest. Or have you been thinking about someone, in the past who happened to be a spouse, etc., or an ex? I wonder if you've lost a spouse recently, or that's interesting. That could be the case as well. But there's some type of grievance, a loss of either a spouse, a partner, or a really close friend. I feel like it's important to acknowledge whatever you're feeling in that loss. However, go ahead, acknowledge it, and then you release it after that. All right. So there you go, to Helen. No, you guys are killing me. I can't believe I said that. Oh, shit's killing me. Okay, well, here's your disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. Make sure you do call 911 if you have an emergency, or life alert. Press your life alert button if you have one of those. However, let's see what's going on. All right. And hello, just us. How are you, my good friend? Yes, they are. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Okay, guys, please come through. How's it going to go at the cardiologist's office? If we'd like to know how's it going to go at that doctor's appointment. Spirit angels and guides. So I think it's going to be a little borderline, okay? We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the High Priestess. For the most part, though, it's going to go well, meaning you'll end up okay, but you're going to be close, okay? I feel like you're kind of walking a thin tightrope a tiny bit, but you're going to be okay, and I'm sure they're going to give you the medication that you need, so that's good. And thank you, just ask. I appreciate you, my friend. It's good to see you. It's been a little while. And let me pull up your question. Okay, I question what male, female Gemini energies towards me. Mamaja. Okay, gotcha, babe. All right, spirit angels and guides, please come through for just ask. And thank you again, just ask for your very kind donation slash tip. What are Maja, the female Gemini's energies towards just ask? What are the female Gemini's energies towards just ask currently? Current energies towards. All right, one more. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. Okay. So, and then the back of the deck energy is the Eight of Wands. All right. So, just ask, I feel as though there is actually a lot of new energy here towards you from Maja. There's a lot of kind of like new energy, meaning there's a little bit of a crush or feeling excited to be around you, to be seeing you, to be talking about you or talking to you. However, there's something that's just like not ready right now. I don't know if it's perhaps like um, Maja isn't stable, or perhaps you or the environment. The Emperor reverse does tell me that she's a little reserved. She's holding back a little bit. So she's still, I don't know if it's nervousness or maybe just a little bit of precaution. However, though, the energy as far as wanting to be around you, see you, attracted to you is very positive. So there you go, my dear. And thank you again. And you're welcome, Rick. And how are you doing? Good to see you. It's the guy I literally met. Hold on, did you like just meet him today, Anne? It's the guy I literally met going to be a potential love interest. Okay. All right. So first question for Anne. Is the guy that Anne literally met going to be a potential love interest? This guy that she's thinking of, creating the gods, is this going to be a potential love interest for Anne? Is this a potential love interest for Anne? And hello, welcome. Is it Jot? J-O-T? If I said it wrong, I apologize. But welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, hold on. Let me come back up here. Okay, so your first question, this person that you just met. So we have, or the person that you were referring to, the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. We also have the Emperor in reverse. And then we have the Hierophant on this one. All right, so yes, there is potential here. There is. This is someone too who seems to have a lot of knowledge, like in a field. The Hierophant too. This is a good card. I call this every now and then. I'll call this boss energy. So I don't know if they happen to be a boss or like a manager somewhere, but they have good knowledge, and they're a hard worker. Two of Swords. You might be. I believe last time I read for you, it seemed like there was more than one person coming in your love life, or perhaps there could be. That could still come into factor. However, though, they might lack a little confidence, but for the most part, yeah, I would say this is pretty freaking positive for potential lovers. So there you go on that one. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. The next question. Can my deity tell me something motivational? Heck yeah. I'm going to pull you one of these for this too, okay? But I will also pull you some tarot. Just because that's a good question for an oracle card. All right, spirit angels and guides, please confirm in. Anne would like to know or have some motivation from her deity. Some motivation from her, yeah. Okay, so here's your card. It's so extra cute. Look at all these yellow fishies. It says, surrounded by prosperity. Your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the known is beyond measure. How cute. I think that's encouraging you to keep, putting yourself out there and meeting people and dating or being, willing to. And then let me pull some tarot as well. All right, so spirit. And some guidance for Daisy. Anything else? All right. So the Ten of Cups. We also have the Five of Cups. Oh, lots of emotional support. The Two of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is a pretty strong message from a deity for encouragement. It's kind of letting you know or encouraging you to be emotionally fulfilled without others around, letting you know that your emotional healing and journey is on the path, and you don't necessarily need anyone with you to to feel fulfilled. That's a tongue twister, right? But yeah, so there you go. There's your advice there. And let me get to your next question. Will I become more popular in the niche internet community soon? I like that word niche. Don't you dare. Don't you even think about it. Angels and guides, please come through for her next question. Will Anne become more popular in the niche internet community soon? Do the 2 wands. We also have the King of Pentacles in reverse. The 8 of Cups. And hold on, where'd your other one go? Did it drop? Did I drop it like it's hot? Where did it go? I could have sworn I got another one. Or one fell. Hold, please. Hold, please. I don't have any elevator music, or else I'd play it for you. Maybe I did drop it. I guess I didn't have an extra one. All right, so we also have the 7 of, or 8 of Swords in reverse. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze, y'all. Once I say I'm about to sneeze, then it's like it stops. It's so ridiculous. It's like, it does come already. It's so ridiculous. It's sitting there waiting. Okay, so, Anne, yes, I feel like your popularity will grow with this niche. However, if you're waiting to like become profitable off of it, like money wise, it might not be exactly what you're looking for, or it might be a while before you achieve that. Okay. Another thing is the message here is to kind of expand that, meaning don't just fall into one niche. I would put myself out there on a few different ones. Okay, my dear. So there you go on that one. What's my page called? ClumsyClairvoyance.com? I'm confused. Right? Oh, look, Darth is on it. Thank you, Lovey. Oh, you guys were talking to Anne. Yeah, throw your stuff up in there, Anne. This is shameless self-promotion. We all got to support each other, and we all got to love each other, and we're going to hold hands right into the internet. We're all going to sub to each other. All right, so hold on. Let me get to your next one. How does the person I'm thinking about see me right now? Since I help someone that they like with something important. All right. So spirit angels and guides, can you please go through for Anne's next question? How does the person that Anne is thinking of see Anne right now? How do they see and view Anne currently? Right, how do they currently see Anne? So we have the Empress. We have the Emperor. Ooh. You know what? That's like a match. That's like when you like have a deck of cards and you have the King and the Queen of Diamonds. It's the same suit and everything. That's what you call a match, baby, in tarot, because it's cards 3 and then 4. These are like a dual couple. So this person likes you very, very much. 8 of Swords. They might be kind of nervous around you, or some anxiety, or kind of shyness, yeah, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse as well. Yeah, it feels as though they're a little bit shy, or feel like they're out of their league, or something to that nature. I feel like they're a little bit reserved, a little bit shy. However, though, they feel as though that they really mesh well with you. They really, they felt like, or feel like, a really good connection with you as well. So the Empress, Emperor, I mean, that's really good. So there you go on that one, my dear. Oh my gosh, I keep feeling like I gotta sneeze. I'm sorry, y'all. And it won't come. That's what she said. Yikes. Edit that out, y'all. Yes, go ahead now. You may. Oh, it is? Okay, of course you can then. Jokes denied. Shut up, John D. Oh, you guys crack me up. Guys, am I like pronouncing that wrong? This niche? Is it niche? It's like a niche, right? Am I missing something? I feel like I am. Help me. Help me, guys. Help me. Yay. Oh, wait, hold on. Was I supposed to say yay to that? I don't know. That's right. Go sub to Ann, y'all. You're such a dork. I was like, who is he writing this about? Oh, that was the best. That was the freaking best. Sneeze cheese. Because it's so true. Like my face has that look like, oh, what you know what I mean? Like, but it won't come out. I can't stand it when it happens. I'm like, just sneeze already, you twerp. The question is, oh man, I got some juice on this if you want to hear the latest juice, Darth. He hasn't left yet. He leaves like in one more day or something like that. You want me to ask the card so? Or you just want me to give you the juice? Of course, I'll tell you in private. I don't think, not that Steven really cares, but just to respect. Just to have respect. Don't you guys try pulling my leg over here. I should message him, huh? Y'all want me to message Steven? I wonder if he might not be awake. Hold on, because he's been trying to be like, go to sleep early. Should I bug him? Should I not? No, I won't bug him. I won't bug him. He's just trying to be a good boy, go to sleep on time, get ready for his trip. Oh, no juice. What's that supposed to mean? You don't want to hang out with me unless I bring juice? No, but it's so good. It's like I almost want him to tell it because it's so good. Like it was good. Like he told me today, I was like, no way. It was so good. It was kind of weird the story, but I was like, really? Like we both couldn't believe it. We were in shock, people. Now I'll shut up because now I'm just being a brat, huh? Yeah, exactly. And all right, guess what, guys? It's slow. You guys want to watch? Hold on. Guess what? There's a new episode of Scary Interesting. Y'all want to watch Scary Interesting? I'll change my show title and stuff. But hey, hold on. If anyone needs, or actually, hold on. Let me finish other readings real quick. But if anybody does want or need another reading, let me know in the chat. Kind of like a last call, unless of course, it's an emergency. Then you can knock on the door, and I'll let you in. Of course. All right. So let me do those other few readings real quick though before I forget. John D, how are you, my friend? Angels and guides, please come through for John D. What is going on with John D today? Messages for John D. This is kind of a cute little duality. So John D, you got temperance. She's chilling out doing yoga. And then you have strength, but in reverse. So this is interesting. I'm kind of like curious. Have you been like going out walking or like a new exercise or anything like that, or new karate or workout, anything like that at all? I am curious. If it's not anything like that, I feel as though there's a real balancing that's going on within you right now. And a lot of it has to do with you're learning techniques to cope with things, but you're also learning new ways that you're feeling, which is cool. It's unique. It's different. And look at this judgment. I love this. So it's almost like a rebirthing that's occurring. That's the best way for me to put it. So there you go, my dear. You did? Very nice. Very nice. All right, so now we'll do divinity, and then we'll do Darth. Y'all, did I miss anybody else? Spirit angels and guides, please come through. For divinity, may I please have a message for divinity for today? Messages for divinity. What's going on with div? Any messages for divinity? Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, divinity, you have the Three of Cups. Okay. And then you also have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So this is making me chuckle. So this reminds me, like, do you ever go out to or have you ever gone out to the bar with your friends and you always have that one friend that's like a little embarrassing, like they always like go to the wrong restroom or like try to go to the wrong person's car as you guys are leaving. Like they're just kind of, I guess, like me a little bit kind of clumsy and wacky a little bit. However, I feel as though there's someone like to that extreme that's either around you or that's going to be around you this week, okay? And I feel like their intentions are good, but they're just like in so many different misdirections that it's kind of distracting you a little bit, okay? So I feel as though the message is still have fun with your friends, okay? However, don't get distracted by others so easily, okay? Oh my gosh, dog, don't talk about yourself in the third person. I'll have to freaking take you somewhere and leave you. I can't. Don't talk about yourself in the third person, dog. Why would you do that? That's so weird. Don't do that. I can't believe you just talked about yourself in the third person. I feel like I don't even know you. Darth, if that's your real name. All right. Spirit, please come through for Darth. Angels and guides, please go through for Darth. Messages for Darth. How's Darth's week folding out? Messages for the beginning of this week. Ooh, okay. So you have the King of Cups and Two of Swords. So, I feel as though this week you are more in control of your emotions than you have been in a very long time. And it's almost as if you're walking the line with with how you display your emotions, okay? And it's like, should I be more sensitive, or should I cuss them out? You're even this, like the King of Cups. You see, he also has the scale, much like Justice does. Libra. I know you're a Libra as well, but it's just like, However, though, I feel like you've been making really good decisions. So I'm just gonna give you a little pat on the back for that, for being a little bit more, a lot more emotionally mature. So there you go. All right, guys. So this is last call for readings. And if anybody didn't get a ocean card, if you want one, raise your hand now. I know, it's good. I can totally see it. Your cards. So look, your cards were great tonight. So good job. You can see it. It's reflecting. All right. Last call for cards. Okay, so ladies first start. All right. Good to see you, Cake and Melissa. All right, we'll start with Cake. Spirit, please get through for Cake. ... Spirit, please get through for Cakes. Oracle, ocean message. A message for Cake. Okay, here is your message, my dear. You have card number 47. Connect to source. It says, go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. Connect to source. Go meditate. Go have a moment. Go pray. Meditate. Sage yourself. Palo Santo yourself. Clear out your mind. Clear out your energy and connect with source. Good card. That's a cute one too. All right, now Melissa. Spirit, angels, and guides. May I please have a card for Melissa? Card for Melissa, please. Card for Melissa. All right. Here is yours, Melissa. You have card number 5. Number 5. Change direction with ease. This is a time for change. Shape-shifting or your soul's evolution. It is time to reconsider what you are wanting. You may be in for a surprise. I feel like that kind of follows in line with your tarot reading too, my dear. So, you're not a lady, are you? If you were and you'd want me to call you that, I'd call you that. All right, Darth, you're next. All right. So, angels and guys, please come through for Darth's oracle card, please. Messages for Darth. Looking for additional messages for Darth. You got, this is my favorite animal too. And I don't want to hear any comments. So you got 25, breakthrough to new dimensions. A new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst from within your consciousness. That's a really pretty card. I love whales, guys. I fucking love whales. Call them fat. I don't fucking care. I fucking love whales, okay? They're my favorite freaking animal, all right? Don't be talking any shit about whales. Like, seriously, I have this big thing about whales. Don't be talking crap. Don't you do it, Darth. I already know you're gonna do it. Don't you be calling them fat either. They're huge. They're not fat. They're like the size of like 2 dinosaurs. Maybe not that big, but you know what I mean. And you're welcome, Cake. No, whales is spelled Whale. A whale. Not like going to Wales, silly. Okay, who was next? Melanie, did you want one? And and John D. All right, so let's do John D. Here, can also have a card for John D, please. Okay, here is yours, John D. You got card 20. Shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. How cute is that? That's freaking adorable. That is cute. Right? All right. And Melody would like a card too. Spirit, please go through for a card for Melanie. Cards for Melanie. Cards for Melanie. So you have I could have sworn you got this card already, or someone did, but I'm gonna read you both because this one popped out the back too. So your first one, Melanie, is connect to source, go within to discover what needs to be done, create the shift required to attract what you want. And then here's your other one. This is such a cool looking card, guys. Look at that. It looks like the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean. What's his name? Davy's Locker. Arr. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so card 39, back on task. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine-tuning. Davy Joe's Locker. You know, my whole, I'm sure you guys have seen it, but my whole arm, see, all the way up, my whole thing, it's all ocean animals. And the only one I haven't gotten is a whale. Go figure, huh? Go figure, huh? Oh, yay. Do you guys want to watch that thing with me? Let me change my title first. So, hold please. Hold please. Okay, last call. Does anyone need readings? This is your last and final call for readings because I've got to switch the title. You guys, I'm going to watch. There's a new episode of that Seriously Strange. Remember, we watched it before. Y'all can bounce if you want to bounce, but I am done with like donations and readings. So I'm just going to switch my title real quick. Oh, Crystal, did you want a reading real quick? Or a card? Let me know. Why won't it let me change my title? Is it because I'm in here? Because I'm in StreamYard? Whatever. Okay, my colleague would like a card. Okay. Does he have a question or does he just want like a general reading, baby? I know. It's been a tease for the last 3 years. And me and Melissa totally thought that it was up there last night. And then Miami's like, you're only 5 away. I'm like, what? I thought we made it. And then we finally made it to 500. But nope. There goes life coming and ringing its ugly head. I'm just playing. The general? Okay, gotcha. Your friend Chuckle or Charles? Freaking Darth has got me off reading his. All right, so Spirit, angels, and guides, please come through for Charles, right? Yes, okay. Spirit, angels, guides, please come through for messages for Charles. May I please have a card for Charles? Any messages for Charles currently? Messages for Charles, please. All right, anything else, Spirit? All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so you have the Hanged Man, Charles. And then you also have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So, I definitely feel as though you've been put in some situation that's kind of uncomfortable, or that you feel as though you're kind of stuck in, or at least currently kind of not really feeling comfortable where you're at. However, the Hanged Man is supposed to offer perspective and give kind of give you a eyes view of it's not always better on the other side or greener. The grass isn't always greener, etc. However, I feel as though with you, there's an issue here with like not being able to move on from something, not being able to move on from a relationship or from the past or from someone who stole my lunch money or there's just something something that's being held on to, and you can't move on forward until you kind of let this part to rest. Okay. So there you go, Charles. It was 5:01. I saw it. No! See? They are messing with us. Bye, Kay. Have a good night, lovey. Swear she does this on purpose, y'all. And you're welcome very much. Are you just saying that? I'm like, are you just saying that? Come on. It's okay. It was as soon as you know what, I wouldn't even known. Melissa, we wouldn't even know unless it's Miami's fault. We're gonna blame her. I'm just kidding. But I was like, I wouldn't be even known unless Miami told me. I thought we made it. I thought we made it, y'all. Okay, so I can't change the freaking title. I don't know why. Oh, it looks like it did change. Did my title change, you guys? On the thing? Can you tell me? Did you go up? Did you go under all your emails, Melissa? I did that one day with Cool Frog. I was like, I think I got every email I've ever existed. I was all summoned. I know, right? I love doing pendulum readings too. They're so well. I guess they're kind of boring because they're just yes or no questions, but I liked it. I was using, you know what? I was doing the pendulum for Steven last night, and I was like, man, I miss my pendulum. I miss using it. And I was like, I'm gonna put them up there for like $3. But nope, no one didn't want no pendulum reading. I know, and it took me 5 minutes to find where I put it because I'm a mess. Because I'm a mess. Okay, so let me pull up the thingy. Hold, please. Look, it's cute too. There's my pendulum. I have a video on my channel, you guys, about how to program your own pendulum. It's really easy. I should probably upgrade it. It's like 2 years old, but it's a good video. It's very simple. And See, it's a tiger's eye. So it's for good luck too. All right. Don't call me a hot mess, yeah, but hello, pure soul. How are you? Welcome. And pure soul, since you're due, if you have a quick question, I could do it for you really quick, okay? But I did close readings. But if you just have like a question you wanted to ask really quickly, or just wanted a card, let me know in the chat because I do have my cards nearby. Okay. And welcome, and please make sure you sub because I'm almost at 500. Pure soul. That's a cute little name. I like it. All right. So let me know, pure soul. You got like 60 seconds. If you want, you can, or if you want, you can just send a tip or donation after I give you the reading. Just type your question into the chat. I'll trust you. I'll trust you this one time. You're welcome. You're very welcome. But yes, go ahead and type your question in the chat, my friend. Hey, expert, how are you, love? Ooh, this is a good one. We'll do a throwdown. Okay, so you want to know if you're going to pass your anatomy exam either on the 26th or on the 16th of February, right? Okay, so we're going to do a throwdown. We're going to go card by card and see which ones are more favorable. On the left will be January 26th, and then we'll do more favorable to February 16th. So, yay! I like doing throwdowns. These are fun. All right. So, Spirit, please come through. Poor pure soul. So, would like to know, are they more than likely to pass the anatomy exam on the 26th of January or on the 16th of February? All right. So, when are they more likely to pass the exam? 26th or the 16th of February? All right, let's see. The 6th, the 16th, 16th. I'm going with, hold on, let me show you the cards. We have the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands in reverse, Four of Swords, King of Wands, and then you have Ten of Cups reverse, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords reverse, and Strength. So we're going here. I'm vibing. You're going to more than likely to pass on the 26th. 26th, my friend. So that's good. That's better, right? But yes, it looks like you're going to be pass actually for, like, I don't want to say with flying colors, but you'll do really well. Right? High five. High five. Pure soul. You're like, yes. I love it. And Pure soul, if you're not sub, please sub. I would appreciate it. And please like this video too. I'd appreciate that as well. And just stay and hang out with us. We're about to watch the show that we watch every now and then. And also, thank you, Pure soul. Appreciate you. All right, guys. So I'm now done with readings. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen. We're going to catch up on our show, y'all. It's been a minute. Oh, I wish Angel was here, though. I do miss Angel right now. Angel, where are you? She loved the show. You remember? You remember, Dice? She's like all into it. It's so cute. Okay, so real quick, you guys. The name of this channel is Scary Interesting. This guy is really awesome. Please go sub up to his channel. He doesn't strike me, which is always a plus, right? When you don't have someone doing that to you. And he's got a really good narration voice, so that's an extra good thing. So let me share my screen.
In this video, I'm going to show you a series of pictures. Some of them will require no explanation at all, and immediately upon seeing them, they're disturbing back.
All right, guys, let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear everything, okay? Like, give me a thumbs up. Thank you, Pure Soul. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you, my friend. And you could stay and watch this show with us. We watch it from time to time. We like it. It's interesting. You're more than welcome. I didn't bring any popcorn, though, so my bad. All right, can everyone hear okay, though? We're good? All right. We're good. We're good.
Disturbing backstory will be clear. The final picture, on the other hand, looks totally normal. But as I start to explain the backstory, it will become more and more horrifying. But this still won't compare to the final piece of information revealed at the end of the story. It's only then that you'll realize just how sinister this picture actually is. As always, viewer discretion is advised. This is Lena Medina. In this picture, she is roughly 5 years and 7 months old, and she is holding her newborn son. She is the youngest person to ever give birth to a child. Lena was born in Peru in 1933.
How old did he say? 5? Holy cow.
A small village in the Andes Mountains. During her childhood, her father made an honest living as a silversmith, while her mother stayed home to watch all 9 of the family's children. Lena lived an ostensibly happy and healthy childhood until the early spring of 1939, when Lena had just turned 5 years old. It was around this time that Lena's parents noticed some swelling in her stomach and worried that there might be something wrong with her. She was first taken to the local healers to see if they could determine the... This is Lena Medina. In this picture, she is roughly 5 years and 7 months old, and she is holding her newborn son. She is the youngest person to ever give birth to a child. Lena was born in Peru in 1933 in a small village in the Andes Mountains. During her childhood, her father made an honest living as a silversmith. So she, you know what, she had to have had some type of onset, like a early onset puberty or something to actually be able to actually get pregnant, because that's got to be extremely, extremely rare. While her mother stayed home to watch all 9 of the family's children. Lena lived an ostensibly happy and healthy childhood until the early spring of 1939, when Lena had just turned 5 years old. It was around this time that Lena's parents noticed some swelling in her stomach and worried that there might be something wrong with her. She was first taken to the local healers to see if they could determine the cause of the swelling, but the healers instructed her parents to take her to the hospital in Lima because the swelling seemed very serious. Despite how remote they were and how poor they were, wanting to ensure their child was healthy, her parents made the 350-kilometer journey from their little mountain village to the capital city of Lima. At the hospital, Lena was first diagnosed with a condition known as precocious puberty. This is when a child goes through puberty much younger than normal. This condition is mostly benign and actually fairly common, but what did he call it? Precocious puberty. Ooh, I said that really well, actually. I'm proud of myself. Gosh. So this is in the 30s. Her poor parents think that she's just probably has what's that thing where you what's it called? When you have that thing that pops out of your stomach, like a hernia or something. I wonder they're probably freaking out, what's wrong with her? This is weird, and it's gonna be sad. I just have a feeling. Was rare was just how much earlier hers was than any other cases. It's also occasionally a result of a tumor, which again is usually benign, but always occurs in the brain, not in the stomach, where Lena was experiencing her swelling. This is when the doctors made the horrifying realization. Okay, hold on. I think it's fairly common, I guess, to have that condition to where you could go into puberty early, but I think that she was still the youngest person for it to ever happen to, because I believe a normal early period would be 9, 10, or 11, not 5. So let me take this back to a smidge. Their little mountain village to the capital city of Lima. At the hospital, Lena was first diagnosed with a condition known as precocious puberty. This is when a child goes through puberty much younger than normal. This condition is mostly benign. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Miami Vices is here. Oh, I'm dead. Miami Vice. I called you Miami Vices earlier, Miami. I don't know why. And then we just started dying laughing. It's because it rhymes. It was great, though. It was great. You want to watch this with us, Miami Spice? It just started. This is called Scary Interesting. You could just stay, and it's Scary Interesting, so you can watch. I didn't bring any popcorn, though. You're killing me. That was funny. Puberty was trying to. Oh. Okay. Back to the show. And no, I just finished about 10 minutes ago, my friend. If you do need to, just have a quick question, though, if you want,
If you put in the comments on this video, like your question, type it in. I will be able to get to it tomorrow, okay? And I'll be live tomorrow too. If you would like to sub up, that'd be awesome. That way you do get notifications. But yeah, we're just watching. I just ended and we're hanging out watching the show. But you can stay if you want to, but I didn't bring popcorn. Just FYI.
And actually fairly common, but what was rare was just how much earlier hers was than any other cases. It's also occasionally the result of a tumor, which again is usually benign, but always occurs in the brain, not in the stomach where Lena was experiencing her swelling. This is when the doctors made the horrifying realization that Lena was pregnant. And not only was she pregnant, she was 7 months pregnant. This was obviously a huge shock to everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously a horrible situation.
7?
Lena was nowhere near the age that she would be able to take care of a child. But even worse were the troubling implications of how the pregnancy occurred. 6 weeks after the initial diagnosis, on May 14th, 1939, Lena's baby was delivered by C-section because her pelvis was too small to give birth normally. Shortly after that was when the haunting picture was taken of Lena holding her son. Following her son's birth, an investigation was launched to determine how the circumstances could have arisen and who the father was. First, her own father was arrested and questioned, but was released shortly after following his furious denial and the lack of evidence to support this idea. Lena was also questioned during this time, but she wasn't able to give
I know, Melissa. I know.
clear and precise answers about what happened. It was almost as if she didn't quite know or understand, which suggested that she herself might not even know. Another troubling revelation was the fact that she was just 5 years and 7 months when her son was born, meaning that the incident occurred before the age of 5 years old.
Oh
and
my
unfortunately,
gosh!
The identity of the father has never been revealed. Later in life, Lena understandably refused to do any interviews about her story, and not much.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. These people, man. These people. Oh gosh, it's so freaking horrible. Ugh. It's so horrible. Ugh.
Not much else is known about her. Her son was named after the doctor who delivered him and would go on to adopt and raise Lena and her son as siblings. It wasn't until later that her son would find out that Lena was in fact his mother and not his sister. In spite of all this, thereafter, the two of them were healthy and raised in a stable environment with the doctor and his family, and she would later go to school and get educated and worked as a secretary in the same clinic where her son was born. This helped her to provide for her and her son and later put him through school as well. Later, Lena remarried and had another son, this time in her 20s, and Lena's case has been published in medical journals worldwide as one of the earliest cases of precocious puberty in history.
It shouldn't be possible, Melissa. That's the thing. She had like an onset of puberty, like we were talking about, that they say is pretty common, because it would be common maybe to have it like at 8, 9, 10, or 11, in an early age. However, hers was onset extremely early, like 4 or 5, which is almost unheard of. So it's just so crazy.
Apparently, she had her first menstrual cycle before the age of 1 and regularly at 2.
Oh! Did you? What? That has to be impossible, right? How did that happen? That is so weird. Before the age of 1? Wow. That's so crazy.
This helped her to provide for her and her son and later put him through school as well. Later, Lena remarried and had another son, this time in her 20s, and Lena's case has been published in medical journals worldwide as one of the earliest cases of precocious puberty in history. Apparently, she had her first menstrual cycle before the age of 1 and regularly at 2 or 3 years old. She also remains the youngest person to ever give birth. She now lives a normal life in Peru.
I'm glad she lives a normal life in Peru now, though.
If you're from California, you are undoubtedly aware of the state's homeless problem.
Yes, I am. I'm aware of it. Okay, guys, story number 2. Again, this is scary, interesting. Go sub up to him. He has a lot of these, and it covers like a wide variety of different things. So he does a lot of cave ones and some other historical stuff, but go sub up to him. And back to the show.
Even if you're not from the state or even from the US, you might have heard about it because of how significant it is. The weather on the West Coast is absolutely gorgeous, meaning that in some areas it never really gets cold, there's minimal rain, and the sun is almost always shining. This great weather attracts people from all across the country because it makes it really easy for people without homes and shelter to stay outside year-round. And in combination with this weather, the state's and city's policies are such that the homeless situation has become almost like nowhere else on Earth, at least in the developed world. Understandably, people are both sympathetic to the situation these people are in.
So this is like so super true. It hits me extra hard because my mom's side of the family, we were kind of used to it, and well, in LA I think we're more used to seeing it, or in LA zone. Whereas though I was born in Northern California, and the last time I had heard from family that was out there, they were saying that that's how San Francisco and the whole Northern California is turning into tent city, which is just like mind blowing to me. But that was just me blabbing.
People are in and frustrated by it at the same time. It can create some uncomfortable situations for the residents of these cities while also being a difficult problem to solve. So it's persisted and even worsened over the years. 39-year-old Robert was particularly sympathetic to these individuals, and as a native of California, he understood the problem intimately. Like many others, the situation was frustrating for him, and he hoped that they could get better access to food, medical care, and shelter, and really wanted to do something to raise awareness about the issue. Now, most people might be inclined to simply do some charitable work or volunteer at a shelter, but Robert had a different idea. A crazy idea, actually. As a naturally daring person, Robert came up with a stunt that he thought would spread awareness much more than any ordinary effort. But when he brought it up to his friends, they recognized the idea for what it was and dissuaded him from following through with it. The intention was good, but the execution was way too risky. It just wasn't worth taking the chance. Over the course of the next several years, Robert secretly held onto the idea and planned it and almost carried it out on a couple of occasions, only to be dissuaded again and again by his friends and family. Eventually, though, Robert had enough. He didn't care anymore. He was done listening. He needed to do it. So he packed up his stuff and went to the northeast of the country, ready to perform his stunt. You see, Robert attended and graduated from the California Stunt School. So not only was he daring, he actually had the skills to back it up.
I didn't know that there was like an actual California stunt school. That's kind of cool, I guess. It's kind of funny to me. I don't know why.
And with these skills, he planned to jet ski off of Niagara Falls in order to raise awareness for hungry homeless individuals across California, the US, and the rest of the world.
Oh, I think I heard about this guy.
Then on October 1st, 1995, a police officer was walking along the embankment of the Horseshoe Falls side of Niagara Falls and heard the shrill sound of an engine. He whipped around and saw Robert on his jet ski just 300 feet upstream from the massive 180-foot drop. He immediately ran to the river's edge and called out to Robert and started pleading with him to turn back. Robert simply revved the engine and replied that it wasn't going to happen. The police officer then asked him why he was doing what he was doing, and Robert answered that it was to raise awareness for the homeless. Then, after replying, he turned away from the officer and gunned the jet ski directly toward the churning water at the waterfall's edge. As he sped toward it, tourists on the viewing platforms heard the sound and all turned to watch as he approached, and a few of them noticed a sign that Robert had strapped around him that said, "Feed the homeless." They also noticed that he had a weird backpack on. This was Robert's safety net. The goal of this stunt was to fly off the edge and then parachute down to the bottom and land safely far away from the falls. The crowd then watched as Robert's jet ski flew through the air and off the edge, and Robert flung his arms up into the air. This picture was taken as Robert went over the edge of Niagara Falls. For those of you just listening, it is a picture of Robert mid-air. The massive falls are in the backdrop, and Robert is separated from his jet ski. It also looks as though he has his hand on his ripcord. He then pulled this cord to activate his rocket-propelled parachute. This let out a loud bang, which was audible to everyone, and they all watched as the parachute shot out and away from his body. Tragically, Robert's parachute wasn't attached to his body. He
That sucks.
wasn't the one who had packed the parachute that morning and had no idea that this was the case.
Oh.
So, without any way to break his fall,
Someone set him up, y'all. Someone set him up.
Robert plunged 180 feet to the water and rocks below. This height is sufficient that even if you don't hit any rocks, hitting the water is like hitting cement.
Yes.
Initially, it looked as though he had survived the fall, but it was later realized that it was just the rough water giving his body the illusion of moving around. He was eventually pulled from the water by the famous tour boat, the Maid of the Mist, where he was unfortunately pronounced dead. What's the hardest you've ever worked on anything?
Okay, I think this is story number 3. Yep, story number 3. Again, this is scary, interesting. Y'all go sub up to him. He does a bunch of these like horrible fate collections. He does other stuff too, though. So,
was it really the best effort you could have given, or simply the hardest in comparison to everything else you've accomplished? The next question is, what were the stakes involved? Was it a school thing, or a work thing, or some other personal endeavor? Were there people who depended on you, who had a vested interest in the success of the task? Maybe it was a whole team of people or an entire company or organization. Maybe it took years of hard work and dedication and sacrifice. On the other hand, were there any of you who were thinking of a task where people's lives were at stake? I hope you were successful. Take a look at this picture. This is a doctor who just completed several hours of surgery trying to save the life of a 19-year-old who was in a terrible accident.
Oh no.
Despite the doctor's absolute best efforts, they were unsuccessful and the patient died. For those of you just listening, it is a grainy image of a person in a white doctor's coat. They are doubled over against a cement wall in a parking lot, presumably.
Okay, I didn't see that correctly at first. I just paused it in case you guys wanted to see it, but this is like their coat back here. I was looking at it like as if they were going head first. It was weird. Hold on. I see it. I see him now.
It's nighttime, the ground is wet, and despite working the hardest they've ever worked, with the highest value prize at stake, they were unsuccessful. This is one of those times where the picture says 1,000 words, and it's truly heartbreaking. According to the original post, the person who took this picture is an EMT at the same hospital as the doctor. He would later say that dealing with death and tragedy is common in their field. It's just the nature of the job, but the lives that are usually lost are old or sick or both. This is one of those ones where the patient was neither, and the circumstances were too severe and they were lost. For this doctor, it was one of those losses that really hit hard, as evidenced by the picture. Hopefully, this person was able to find peace. Take a look at this family picture. It looks totally normal. Everyone is smiling.
That was a short one, huh? Okay, story number 4. Number 4.
Siblings are all happy, or seem to be, and the man in the middle looks like a nice family man with a warm smile, holding a newborn baby. Unfortunately, this couldn't be further from the truth. The smile is fake, and the man is an absolute monster. His name is John Edward Robinson. John was born in Cicero, Illinois, as the third of 5 kids. His father was unfortunately an alcoholic, and his mother was quite hard on all the kids as well. With his upbringing, the way that it was, explains why he would have discipline issues almost right away, but not entirely. As a teenager, he enrolled in a private school for boys who were aspiring priests, but was kicked out of the school after only a year because of his misbehavior. Then in 1961, at the age of 18, John enrolled in college to become a radiographer, but because of some delusions of grandeur, told everyone that he was training to become a doctor. This fake story came crumbling down only 2 years later when he dropped out of the radio.
You know what? I would think it'd be hard to fake be a doctor, y'all. Like, don't you guys think that would be kind of tough to pull off, like the whole fake doctor thing? That'd be kind of tough. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know if I could fake a doctor. I don't know if I could do all that. I don't know.
The radiographer program, and then just a few years later, moved to Kansas City, where he married a woman named Nancy. A year later, they had their first child, and then the year after that, they had another. Then they had a set of twins in 1971, and things seemed to be turning around for John, at least outwardly. Except for the fact that in between the birth of his second child and his twins, he was arrested for embezzling $33,000 from the doctor's office where he was working as a radiologist on forged credentials.
Oh, yikes.
Following his arrest, he was sentenced to 3 years of probation, which he quickly violated the following year when he embezzled even more money from the insurance company he was working for at the time. This resulted in an extension to his probation, which was not nearly incentive enough for him to stop because just a few years later, he was arrested again for securities fraud and mail fraud in his fake medical consulting company. Amazingly, despite this series of arrests, during the same time frame, he managed to become a scoutmaster, a Little League baseball coach, and a Sunday school teacher, and was named to the board of directors of a local charity. At this charity, he forged letters to the mayor.
You guys, he wasn't even a real doctor, y'all. I'm just saying. That's the thing about it. I'm like, how did you fake being a doctor? Like, for how long did this happen? Years and years. That's so crazy to me.
Kansas City, and from the mayor to some of the civic leaders, and managed to get himself named as the organization's Man of the Year. All of this was fraudulent, of course, but promptly held an award dinner in his own honor for this fraudulent
Really,
title.
Miami?
It's not entirely clear how he managed to keep this whole ruse going, because he was arrested again 2 years later in 1979, once again for embezzlement and check forgery. This time, he managed to receive a whole 60 days in jail. Following his release, he went right back to scamming people and formed a fake hydroponics business. He then presented a friend of his with an incredible investment opportunity in this business, which was guaranteed to yield a huge return on his investment. The worst part about this was that the friend really hoped that this would work out because he desperately needed the money to pay for his dying wife's medical bills. Tragically, this man would never see a dime of that money again, and as for John, he never felt any remorse for any of this because he was actually a psychopath, and it wouldn't take long before these relatively...
This dick! Hold on. I'm rewinding that.
to scamming people and formed a fake hydroponics business. He then presented a friend of his with an incredible investment opportunity in this business, which was guaranteed to yield a huge return on his investment. The worst part about this was that the friend really hoped that this would work out because he desperately needed the money to pay for his dying wife's medical bills. Tragically, this man would never see a dime of that money again, and as for John, he never felt any remorse for any
You dick. You, what a freaking jerk. Oh my gosh, that's freaking horrible.
of this because he was actually a psychopath, and it wouldn't take long before these relatively small crimes turned into much more serious and brutal offenses. A couple of years later, in 1984, John established 2 more fake companies and hired a 19-year-old named Paula to work as a sales rep. He made the job seem really enticing and told her she'd first need to go away for training. Then, when she accepted and told her family about the training, she simply disappeared and was never heard from or seen again. A couple of weeks later, after not receiving any response from Paula, her family filed a missing persons report and the police questioned John. John obviously denied knowing anything about it, and then just a couple of days later, her parents received a typed letter in the mail claiming that she was okay, but she had run away. And at the bottom of this letter was her signature. Unfortunately, because she was of legal age, the police couldn't do anything about it, and the investigation was closed. A couple of years later, in 1987, John hired another woman named Catherine who had just moved from Texas to Kansas City to find work. Just like Paula, he made the job seem very appealing by promising her the ability to travel in an entirely new wardrobe. But just like Paula, Catherine disappeared in June of that year and was never seen again. Later that year, John was convicted of several more cases of fraud and landed in prison for the first time. He would actually serve 2 separate sentences between 1987 and 1993, and during his second sentence, he met 49-year-old prison librarian Beverly. While he was incarcerated, the two of them developed a relationship, and so as soon as he was released, he convinced Beverly to quit her job.
There's like a name for these people who like fall in love with the prisoners and stuff. I've heard it recently. Forgot the name of it. Really, the librarian.
And moved to Kansas City to work for him. He then somehow managed to get her alimony checks forwarded to a P.O. box of his.
And thank you, Darth. Yes, you guys go up to Scary Interesting. He's got really good stuff over there. And he's cool, and he never strikes me. And he's got a good variety of stuff, too, that he goes over. So, what was I going to say? So, was it about the librarian or something else? Okay, I can't remember. But, okay, so those 2 girls go missing. But then he goes to jail, and then he meets this chick. Okay.
Shortly before she disappeared entirely and was never seen or heard from again. Around the same time, the internet was becoming more and more popular, and John discovered internet chat rooms. In particular, John frequented chat rooms looking for women who enjoyed playing a submissive character. He even adopted the pseudonym Slave Master in these chat rooms, where he would slowly become well known in the community. One of the first women he met in these chat rooms was a 45-year-old named Sheila, who had a 15-year-old daughter named Debbie, who was wheelchair-bound with spinal bifida. Instead of playing a domineering role, he claimed that he was a wealthy businessman and philanthropist and offered her a job. He made the job seem very enticing and offered to pay for Debbie's medical expenses on top of a good salary. The mother and daughter moved to Kansas City in 1994, but just like all the others, disappeared shortly after, and John continued to collect Sheila's pension checks for almost a decade after her disappearance. Several more years later, in 1999, John was becoming more brazen and offered both a job and a bondage relationship to a 21-year-old Polish immigrant named Isabel. The two of them met in one of the chat rooms dedicated to this type of activity, and shortly after,
it's called hyperstophilia? Hyperstophilia? Did I say that right? Yeah, Melissa, you're right about Stockholm syndrome. Well, that's the thing. Well, no, because this guy isn't the kidnapper. This is just a prisoner. And she's the librarian. Like, she's the one who's, like, attracted to him, like, so to speak. So, and I think it's a little different variation of the relationship. Plus, you're not being, like, forced to be there. Well, he is, but not her. Do you know what I mean? Bristophilia. Bristophilia? I feel like I'm walking into this one. Okay, let's continue.
Afterward, she moved to Kansas City, where the two of them were then married. And this was despite the fact that he was still legally married to Nancy. In addition to their quick and strange marriage, Isabella also signed a 115-item slave contract, which essentially gave John full control over her entire life. This included bank accounts, medical records, and some much more disturbing items as well. Of course, this wouldn't last long because only a few months after they were married, Isabella disappeared and was never seen again. The final relationship that John was involved in before he was eventually caught was a woman named Suzette, who entered a relationship similar to the arrangement John had with Isabella. She agreed to come to travel the world with him and also be a slave, willing to do whatever he wanted. And once again, shortly after she moved from her mother's house, she was never seen or heard from again, apart from some letters that she apparently wrote, which also happened to be postmarked from Kansas, despite the letter claiming they were abroad. By 1999, when Suzette disappeared, John had become careless and his name had appeared in several different investigations. Police didn't have anything solid yet, but it seemed that he was related in some way. Then in the year 2000, he was arrested at his farm after 2 separate women filed battery charges against him. This gave police enough cause to be granted search warrants to search his house and several rented garages that he kept around the state. Following a search of these locations, 5 separate barrels were found, containing the decaying corpses of 5 women he had killed over the last 2 decades. Each of them had been killed by a blow to the head with some sort of blunt instrument. John would eventually go to trial for these crimes, and during his trial, several more victims were uncovered.
Barrels? Really?
One of these victims was a woman named Lisa Stacy. In 1985, John met Lisa at a local women's shelter and promised her a job in Chicago, along with an apartment and daycare for her 4-month-old daughter. After convincing her, he asked her to sign several pieces of blank stock paper, likely to capture her signature, and a few days later, he contacted his brother and his brother's wife with great news. They hadn't been able to get approval for adoption despite their best efforts, but that didn't matter anymore because John had arranged for the adoption of an orphan, a 4-month-old baby whose mother had recently passed away.
I heard about this. This part I've heard about. This is horrible. So his victim, after he murdered, unalived her, pupute or whatever, took her 4-month-old baby and gave it to his brother, who was having a hard time getting pregnant with his wife or whatever. They were having a hard time making a family together. And of course, the brother didn't know or anything. They didn't know. This guy was a true psycho, just like all of them. They're like, I had no idea, But they didn't know, and they think that they're adopting this baby, like with no paperwork, though. I guess it was the 80s. I don't know.
He then requested $5,500 in legal fees to grant the adoption, and then gave Lisa's baby to his brother and sister-in-law.
He still charged him.
Despite looking official, these papers were fake and contained fake signatures from 2 lawyers and a judge. So, in this picture, the baby sitting on his lap is actually Lisa Stacy's baby. And by the time this picture was taken, Lisa was likely dead and disposed of somewhere on one of John's properties. And not only was she taken from her dead mother, he then charged his brother $5,500 for the fake adoption. By the time anyone learned the truth, baby Tiffany was already 15 years old.
Right?
For his crimes, John received several life sentences and several death sentences, but refused to give police any more than they could already prove. This means that there are likely more victims that might not ever be discovered, especially with such long gaps between known victims. Thank you all so much for watching. As a reminder, there is a scary interesting subreddit for story suggestions. I'm also accepting subscriber submitted stories if you had something happen to you that you think might fit the channel. Feel free to submit those directly to the email found in the description.
All right, you guys, that is scary interesting. Again, go sub up to him. He does a bunch of different different collections and stuff like that, but he's awesome. Go sub up to him. That was the new one. Right? And I just picture this. I'm like, think about how that poor adopted parents feel too. Like, even though it might have been dumb for them to pay their brother to have them go get him a kid, but I guess back then it wasn't as big as a deal. I don't know. Actually, no, I think he gave him fake papers, so they thought it was legit, and it was just paperwork costs. So they literally did nothing wrong. That's horrible. Picture how guilty they feel, and then they feel like that's their kid, and that's just really bad. That's horrible. Oh, that's horrible. Could you picture that? You have your adopted kid, and then also they're like, "Oh no, your brother, he stole the baby from some lady that's been back at Uncle Tom's house in one of the barrels for the last 3 or 4 years. Ugh, that's so creepy. It's horrible. She's like, I need to rewatch that. Yeah, that was crazy, for sure. It wasn't that scary. It's a little creepy though, I guess, huh? Hold on. What we'll do is before we leave, I'll put on Carla real quick as a just a quick cleanser. We'll watch Carla real fast, okay, y'all? If you guys have never met Carla, you're about to meet Carla. I'll put Carla up real quick, just so if people are kind of don't want to go to bed right after that, they need a little cleanser. Hold up. It's only like a 3 minute clip anyway, but I'll make everyone feel better and I'll make everybody laugh. Yeah, that's really extra horrible though, I must say. Hold please, I'm pulling it up. Hold please.
I have an announcement to make to y'all, to the people of America. I was at this here McDonald's on Dorset. I have an announcement to make to y'all, to the people of America. I was at this here McDonald's on Dorset. It's Monday night. I was just disrespected in there. Almost got in a fight with the gal in there. First of all, my first issue is the drive-through was filled all the way up, and I had to walk inside. So then I'm already mad because I got to get out my car and go inside. So I go inside.
Hold on, my mic was muted. You guys can still hear, right? Yes, give me a thumbs up. You guys can hear her, yeah? Yep, Carla from Dorset. I was disrespected. I was already mad because, the drive-through was filled all the way up. All the way up.
Monday night, I was just disrespected in there. Almost got in a fight with the gal in there. First of all, my first issue is the drive-through was filled all the way up, and I had to walk inside.
So I'm already mad.
So then I'm already mad because I got to get out my car and go inside. So I go inside. I politely say, "Hey, can I have a McRib meal, large size with the Dr. Pepper?" And the lady said, well, "Okay, that'd be $6.58."
You ain't gonna believe this.
I said, "Ain't you forgetting something, ma'am?" And she said, "Well, what?"
You forgot.
I said, "You're supposed to offer me the extra McRib for $1 when you buy the McRib meal."
Y'all ain't gonna believe this.
You ain't gonna believe it. She looked me up and down. And she said, "Well, don't look like you need the extra McRib." "Excuse me, bitch."
I'm done.
Throat punch that bitch. I knocked her ass down. So if you come to the "Excuse me, bitch." I throat punch that bitch. I knocked her ass down. So if you come to the Dorset McDonald's and you see a lady named Charlene in there,
tell her Carla sent you.
Tell her Carla sent you. And then you throat punch her or punch her in the cooter. I don't give a damn. This is against my civil rights.
Fuck you, McDonald's.
Fuck you, McDonald's. On Dorset. Not all the other ones. I like all the other ones.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys, she's so funny. Like, she's so freaking hilarious. I can't stand it. Oh, you guys, Carla is the funniest thing in life. She's so fucking hilarious. Not all the other ones. I like them. Oh, Carla. We love you so much, Carla. I throw punch that bitch. She's like, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. She looked me up and down. You know what she said? She said, it looked like you don't need the extra McRib. Excuse me, bitch. John D, did you see the part 2 where she gets the voodoo doll of Charlene? Let me see if I can find it real fast. If you haven't seen it, that one's funny too. So as funny as the original's the funniest, but hold on, is it Charlene voodoo doll or something like that? Okay, I found it. Hold on, I found it. Did you? Yay, you're the best. Okay, so let me share this last one real quick. And then we'll end it. But this is her part 2 when she gets it's like a little doll thingy of Charlene. Oh, it's so funny.
Hey, y'all, it's Carla. I'm sitting outside this McDonald's on Dorset, you know where. I ain't even got to say it.
That's right, girl. You ain't got to say it.
I got this voodoo doll of Charlene. I ordered it off eBay. And I've been repeatedly punching it in the cooter. Just over and over.
Oh. I'm fucking done. She's fucking crazy. Oh, Jonty's all, is she in a cop car? No, I think she's like, I don't know, there might be lights like that's reflecting on her face or something. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I thank you, Jonty. You're the freaking best. I love you.
eBay, and I've been repeatedly punching it in the cooter.
Okay,
Charlene, I ordered it off eBay, and I've been repeatedly punching it in the cooter. Just over and over again for what she done to me. And lo and behold, look who shows up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a goddamn ambulance.
Ambulance. The chicken ambulance.
It's the ambulance probably to pick up Charlene. I'm sitting here waiting to see Charlene. The real incarnate, not the voodoo doll, to come out on the stretcher complaining about
Cooter pains.
intense cooter pain. So voodoo works.
Ambulance. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Hold on. I gotta watch that just one more time because I just gotta watch it. The very last thing she says is, but
Hey, y'all,
voodoo
it's
works.
I'm sitting outside this McDonald's on Dorset, you know where. I ain't even got to say
Ambulance. Chicken ambulance.
I got this voodoo doll of Charlene. I ordered it off eBay, and I've been repeatedly punching it in the cooter. Just over and over again for what she done to me. And lo and behold, look who shows up.
Chicken ambulance.
It's a goddamn ambulance. It's the ambulance probably to pick up Charlene. I'm sitting here waiting to see Charlene. The real incarnate, not the voodoo doll, to come out on the stretcher complaining about intense cooter pain. So voodoo works.
So voodoo works. Oh, hold on, what did I even click? What did I click? Oh my gosh. So voodoo works, guys. Oh, she kills me. She kills me. Oh, and guess look who it is, guys. It's a freaking ambulance. She's all, guys, I'm at McDonald's. You know the one. You know the one. You know which one I'm at. Oh, voodoo works. Disavow. Oh, I'm dead. That was great. See, look, Melissa, now you don't have to be scared when you go to bed because we got a good chuckle now, so you're good. All right, everybody. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Make sure you like this video before we part ways. And I will be back tomorrow. And I hope everybody has a really good day or morning. And thank you for hanging out. And if you guys see Charlene, punch her in the cooter, throat punch that bitch. I mean, Carla don't care. It's against civil rats. Fuck you, McDonald's on Dorset. Oh, all right, love you guys. Have a good night.